You are listening to And That's Okay, the podcast devoted to encouraging you to live in your truth in a society where reality is not what's socially popular. This is a platform where you could be a novice about anything and feel comfortable about it. Let's have the conversations we all wish we had years ago and want to hear more of. Nothing is off limits and there is no shame or judgment here. Join me as I navigate life, marriage, friendships, finances, career, and whatever else life throws at me. Listen, doing all this self-work is bound to piss a few people off, and that's okay. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Angelique Royale. Let's get into it. So, wedding season is coming up. I know wedding season is all year round, but you have more weddings in the spring and summertime, and it's almost springtime. In the summer, less clothes. Super excited for the warmer weather. It's just been too cold out here in Philly, and I'm over it. Definitely over it. So anyway, wedding season is coming up. If you've been invited to a wedding or your girlfriend just got engaged, your guy friend just got engaged, you know the invitation is coming in the mail as soon as they get everything they need together. It's coming. I have some wedding guest do's and don'ts for you based on my own experience and a couple of my friends' experience. Take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. All these do's and don'ts may not apply to everyone, but to give you a guideline, and if you've been thinking about something and you're not sure, this may help. And every wedding is different. Every bride and groom is different, but some things apply to all. Just being honest. So I'm going to start with some do's. Follow the dress code. If they have where it's formal, casual, follow the dress code. Do not wear white or the color of the bridal party. You do not want to be in the pictures and people are like, oh, so-and-so was at your bridal party? Nope, they weren't. They end up wearing the same color. It's a quick question. Ask if you're not sure what the colors are. Have fun. Be on time is to be early. So be 15 minutes early, you on time. As they say, if you on time, you late. Send in your RSVP card on time. Send it in on time. Everyone has deadlines. The bride and groom have a deadline to get back to the venue. Make sure you send it back on time. And if they send you a pre-stamped envelope, use that pre-stamped envelope. Stamps are not cheap. They're doing it to make it more convenient for you, so you don't have to buy a stamp. Just make sure you turn in your RSVP if you're coming. If the couple has a wedding website, browse the wedding website. They took time to create it. They took time to put some questions up there to keep you updated. It's like a site where they don't have to go to everyone individually, say, hey. They can say, check out the website. All the info you need to find out will be listed right there. If you need to catch up, you can send us a message through the website. Check out the website. It usually is a one-stop shop for registry info, wedding info, updates if anything changes. Check the website. Another one is if you do have a card for the bride and groom at the wedding, make sure it's put in the box. Some people leave them wherever, leave them on the table. I've heard stories where people have left them on the table, not put them in a box, forgot. The bride and groom is busy on the actual wedding day. They may not have time to make sure they got all the cards. Some cards get left. It's always a designated box at a wedding to put the card in. Also, if you're coming to a wedding, bring cash or a card, a gift card to the wedding. It's easier for the bride and groom to transport. When I got married, I did not have a bridal shower. So normally I probably would have got most of my gifts at the bridal shower. But due to COVID, I did not have one. So at our wedding, we got tons of cards, but we also got tons of gifts. It was literally my trunk full and his trunk full of gifts. It makes it easier if the bride and groom doesn't have to worry about getting that back to their place if they're going straight to the honeymoon after. Or if they're staying in a hotel that night and not going home, they don't have to worry about the gifts. So it's much easier to bring cash in a card or a gift card because it's so much easier to travel and keep track of. Some people, to avoid that, some people do only ask for cash. If they're only asking for cash, that's all they want. They don't want any other gifts. Another do is greet and congratulate the couple. Now, I know back in the day, they used to have it where the couple would stand at the door, and as everybody's leaving out the church or whatever place they got married at, you congratulate the couple. They see everybody. At my wedding, we went to almost every table. I think we got a chance to go to every table and thank everybody and say hi, but feel free to come up once everything starts to kind of like settle down and it's just a fun part. Come up, congratulate the couple. We want to see you. We physically want to see you, and sometimes we get pulled left to right where we may be on our ways to see you and something happens and we get pulled away and we didn't realize at the time that we didn't say hey, or we didn't see you, give you a hug, thank you for coming. If you can't attend the wedding, let the couple know in advance and send a gift in your absence. So that one definitely helps the bride and groom with their count because they're paying for every plate at every individual. Let them know in advance, allow them to make proper arrangements, and then also send in a gift. Now, when you send a gift in your absence, in my opinion, it does not have to be extravagant. It does not have to be $300-$400 gift. It's basically a gift of thank you for inviting me. Sorry we can't make it, or I can't make it, but here is something just to thank you for, inviting me. Because weddings are basically, as a bride and groom, we are paying for you to celebrate our union. We want you to eat, we want you to drink, we want you to party, we want you to have fun. It is definitely a privilege to be invited to someone's wedding. Not everyone have big weddings, especially as some people have small weddings. So if you can't make it, send a gift. Send a thank you card, a gift card, just send something. And also, you can send gifts up until a year after the wedding. For me and my husband, we got married during COVID. A lot of things were happening. Some people weren't working anymore. So we still received a couple gifts 6 months after the wedding. And for me, that was fun because it was like, oh, I'm still getting gifts. I got this stuff. Random packages is popping up at the door. I'm like, ooh, okay. I'm happy. I'm excited. Like, still get more gifts, get more stuff off the registry. So it's not too late. If it's been a year and you're like, oh, I should have sent something. Something is better than nothing. It's not about how much money you have or how much money you send. It's more about the effort and that you thought of them to say, hey, I can't make it. Let me send this gift. Or last minute, I was supposed to attend the wedding and something happened where I could no longer attend. Let me send them something just for thanking them and let them know that I thought of them in this process. Another do is buy gifts off the registry. If the couple took the time out to go to the store and pick these gifts out to put on their registry, please buy what's on the registry. Those are the things that they want. Now, I know some people will have like these special personalized gifts that are sometimes something you don't know you need until you get it. Those are beautiful. If you have those, good. Or if you've been married before and you're one of those where it's like, when I got married, I wish somebody got me this rather than what they bought. That's a good gift too, because sometimes you do not know what you need until you get it. So now we go and step into the don'ts. Okay, I don't have many don'ts, but it's just some things to keep in mind. Now, as I said earlier, take what resonates, leave everything else for someone else. Do not text the couple while the wedding is in progress. They are not near their phones. And that's true. I had my phone in my purse or my bag I had at the wedding. I didn't look at my phone not once. There is people of that day that's designated to be contacted so that the bride and groom doesn't have to worry about everybody. It's too much to try to everybody contact and asking questions. No, they don't got it. Now, a lot of weddings have this open bar. If you cannot hold your liquor properly, please do not get drunk. You do not want to be the person that was drunk all over the place, things falling, you threw up. You don't want to be that person. If you cannot hold your liquor well, please don't get drunk. Now, I know it's an open bar. You want to turn up, celebrate, but know your limits. Just know your limits. This next one is a big one. Do not bring a guest unless that person is invited. When a bride and groom does their wedding guest list, sometimes it is very small. Sometimes it is big. Some people have their own reasonings for who they invite. If you do not get a +1, I probably would not ask for a +1. There is a reason for you not getting a +1. It is not anything personal. I repeat, it is not anything personal, and it is not about you. It is about the bride and groom. That's all I'm going to say. Don't take it personal. People have budgets. An average plate for a wedding per person, I believe right now is $150. If you add another person, that's $300 for 2 people. Don't take it personal. Some people only want people there because the photos last a lifetime. I didn't want photos where people I barely met or barely knew was in these photos. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know who that person is. I can't even tell you who that is. If you've never been married before or never had a wedding before, when you go to get married, will probably understand the frustration that goes into deciding a wedding guest list. Of course, you would want any and everybody to go, but when it comes down to pricing and how many people the venue holds and where you're having the wedding at and the budget for the bride and groom, it get cut down to the nitty-gritty. Another one is do not ask the DJ for a personal music request. We not at the club, y'all. We at the wedding. Now, some weddings will allow it. Some don't. If the music is bumping, just let it be. You know, they play the popular Swag Surf. Or what I did for my wedding was on the RSVPs, I gave people an option of a song they would like to hear at the wedding. Did my DJ play all of them? I honestly don't remember or know. But I did provide the list of songs that everyone gave. Now, ahead of time, you can ask the bride and groom, hey, this is a real bomb song. Could we play this? Or ask them ahead of time, are we allowed to ask the DJ for personal music requests? Another don't. This is another don't. Do not make the wedding about you. And that means no pregnancy announcements, no engagements, especially if you did not get the approval of the bride and groom beforehand. Do not do that. The wedding is about the bride and the groom. It is not about what you got going on. It is their day. It is their wedding. You don't want to be that person that did not get the okay. A lot of people are very strict on that. Like, nobody bet not do nothing at my wedding. It's all about me. And then you got people who it may be for their best friend or something like that. And they're open to it. They are open to it. So communicate and ask if that is something that you're thinking about doing. Don't just do it. Do not just do it. I'm going to warn you for the bride and groom. Do not just do it and think that it's okay. Because it is not okay to just do it without their approval. I'm not the one to say, hey, yeah, go ahead and do it. No. Make sure you get the bride and groom's approval. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you walked away with some valuable information. Make sure to follow the podcast on IG at And That's Okay Podcast. You can connect with me directly on there. Looking forward to the next episode. Remember to spread love, kindness, and make the choices that bring you peace.